Let me ask you something honestly, as a friend. Most men have been told that magnesium is the main solution for better blood flow, stronger muscles, and deeper sleep. And yes, magnesium can help. But here's the truth most people never hear. After the age of 50, magnesium alone is not enough. In fact, there are two vitamins that quietly do something far more powerful for men over 50, especially when taken before bed. These nutrients work while you sleep, supporting your circulation, your energy, and your overall performance in ways many men have never been told about. And if lately you've been feeling more tired, more stiff, mentally foggy, or weaker than you used to be, this could be the missing link you've been searching for. So stay with me, because once you pass 50, the body simply doesn't respond the same way it used to, and that's not your fault. Before we go any further, if you value clear, honest health guidance like this, take a second to subscribe to this channel. I share simple, science-based advice to help you stay strong, sharp, and healthy as you age. And subscribing helps more men hear information their bodies actually need. Now, here's something important I want you to understand. You're not slowing down just because of age. You're slowing down because the internal signals that control circulation, muscle repair, and daily vitality begin to weaken over time. It's a natural process. But the good news is there is absolutely something you can do about it. Men often tell me, "Doctor, I'm doing the same things I used to do, but I don't feel the same anymore." And I always ask them one simple question. What are you giving your body at night? Because nighttime is not just rest time. Nighttime is repair time. That's when your blood vessels relax. That's when your tissues rebuild. That's when your brain resets and reorganizes your entire system. But if your body doesn't have the right nutrients during that repair window, it simply can't do its job properly. And what happens next? You wake up tired. Your circulation feels sluggish. Your mornings feel heavy. Your energy fades early. And by evening, you feel like a phone running on 10% battery. Many men assume this is just life after 50. But in reality, your body is trying to work without the tools it needs. That's why these two vitamins matter so much. They provide critical support at the exact time your body needs it most. Now let me explain the challenge clearly. As men move through their 50s and 60s, blood vessels naturally begin to lose flexibility. When vessels stiffen, blood flow slows. Less oxygen reaches your muscles, your organs, and even your brain. Your heart works harder, but delivers less. Your legs feel heavier and recover slower. Your mind feels tense or stressed, and you don't always know why. This is not a motivation problem. It's a circulation and recovery problem. Your body is quietly asking for help. But most men don't recognize the signal. Instead, they push harder. They drink more coffee or tea. They sleep less. They eat late. They expect their body to somehow bounce back. But here's the truth. After 50, your body doesn't respond to pressure. It responds to nourishment. And this is where magnesium often gets all the attention. Magnesium can help calm the nervous system, and that's useful. But magnesium is more like a supportive teammate. The two vitamins we're talking about today are the leaders. They help repair blood vessels. They support nitric oxide production. They reduce oxidative stress that builds up with age. And they prepare your body to perform better the next day without feeling drained. Imagine waking up with lighter legs, a calmer mind, and better energy before your first cup of tea. Imagine getting through your day without that afternoon crash, feeling more present, more mentally clear, more confident in your body again. That's what these vitamins can help restore when used consistently and at the right time of day. Timing matters, especially at night when circulation naturally improves if the body has proper support. And I want to say this very clearly. You don't need extreme routines. You don't need expensive supplements. You don't need complicated diets. You need small, smart, science-based steps that work with your age, not against it. In this talk, I'll explain the two vitamins that outperform magnesium for circulation, why nighttime is the best time to take them, how to use them in a simple evening routine, and how small habits can dramatically amplify their effects. But first, you need to understand what's quietly changing inside your body. After 50, nitric oxide production begins to decline. Nitric oxide is what allows blood vessels to relax and widen. When it drops, blood flow slows, recovery weakens, and even motivation can dip because the brain isn't getting the same oxygen-rich blood it once did. You might wonder, why don't doctors talk about nitric oxide more? Because it's not a medication. It's something your body produces only when it has the right nutrients. And that brings us to the first vitamin, vitamin D. Most people think vitamin D is just for bones, but that's only a small part of the story. Vitamin D plays a major role in blood vessel function. It helps vessels relax. It supports their elasticity. Oh, and it protects the inner lining of the arteries. When vitamin D levels are low, which is extremely common in men over 50, blood vessels stiffen, inflammation rises, and circulation declines. Think of your arteries like pipes. Vitamin D is the maintenance worker that keeps them smooth and open. Without it, blood still flows, but not efficiently. And here's something most men never hear. Vitamin D does some of its most important work at night, when the body enters repair mode, especially when paired with the second vitamin we'll talk about shortly. Magnesium can help you relax, but vitamin D helps your entire circulatory system function. Many men notice colder hands and feet, slower mornings, and persistent fatigue. They blame age or stress, but often it's low vitamin D quietly weakening the cardiovascular system. And if you work indoors, avoid sunlight, or sleep late, the issue becomes even stronger. But vitamin D is only part of the solution. It works best when the body is in the right rhythm. Your body follows a clock, and certain nutrients work better at certain times. Vitamin D in the morning can support alertness, but vitamin D in the evening supports repair. That's why I tell men this all the time. Oh, after 50, your night routine matters more than your morning routine. Mornings start the engine. Nights repair the machine. If you eat late, stay mentally stressed, or go to bed overstimulated, your circulation won't improve, no matter what you take. But when you calm the nervous system and give your body the right nutrients at the right time, you wake up with better flow, better clarity, and better stamina. And this leads us to the second vitamin, the one most men overlook completely. This is where things really change. Now let's talk about the second vitamin. This is the one most men have never been properly educated about, yet it may be one of the most important nutrients for circulation, strength, and recovery after 50. That vitamin is vitamin K2. If vitamin D is the engine, vitamin K2 is the steering wheel. One without the other doesn't work the way it should. Most men have heard of vitamin K only in relation to blood clotting, but vitamin K2 has a completely different and much deeper role in the body, especially as we age. Vitamin K2's main job is to direct calcium to the right places, and this is critical. As men get older, calcium often stops going where it should. Instead of strengthening bones, it begins to settle in the arteries. When that happens, blood vessels become stiff and less flexible. Blood flow slows, the heart has to work harder, and circulation suffers, quietly and gradually. This is one of the biggest reasons many men suddenly feel older in their 50s, even if they're still active. Vitamin K2 helps prevent this. It guides calcium out of the arteries and back into the bones where it belongs. That means softer, more flexible blood vessels, cleaner arterial pathways, better blood flow, less strain on the heart. Think of it this way. If your bloodstream is a highway, vitamin D helps build and maintain the road. Vitamin K2 clears the obstacles and keeps traffic moving smoothly. Together, they restore a level of circulation your body hasn't felt in years. But vitamin K2 does even more. It activates proteins that help maintain the elasticity of blood vessels. And the elasticity is everything after 50. Flexible vessels allow blood to move freely. Oxygen reaches muscles faster. Recovery improves. The brain receives better circulation. You feel lighter, clearer, and more capable in your body. And here's something very important. Vitamin K2 does its best work at night. Why? Because nighttime is when the body naturally moves minerals into bones and performs deep tissue repair. When vitamin K2 is present during this window, it supports this process efficiently. This is something magnesium cannot do. It's something multivitamins often don't provide enough of. But vitamin K2, especially when paired with vitamin D, does it very well. Now imagine taking these two together before bed. Your body enters its natural repair state. Blood pressure lowers. Vessels relax. And now, instead of struggling, your system has clear instructions. Vitamin D prepares the arteries. Vitamin K2 cleans and guides repair. By morning, circulation improves. Not because you forced anything, but because you supported the process. Now, vitamins alone are not magic. They work best when the environment is right. And this brings us to lifestyle, especially evening habits. After 50, small habits matter more than ever. One of the biggest mistakes I see men make is eating too late. Late meals keep digestion active when the body should be repairing. Blood flow gets pulled toward the stomach instead of the muscles, heart, and brain. Inflammation increases, and the benefits of vitamin D and K2 are reduced. A simple shift, finishing dinner 2 to 3 hours before bed, can dramatically improve nighttime circulation. Another key factor is stress. Many men lie down physically tired but mentally alert. The nervous system stays in fight or flight mode. Blood vessels remain tight. Repair slows down. No supplement can fully override that. But calming the nervous system doesn't take much. Slow breathing, a short, gentle walk, light stretching. Even 5 minutes can shift the body into repair mode. When the mind relaxes, the vessels relax. When vessels relax, circulation improves. And that's when vitamin D and K2 can do their work. Now let's put everything together into a simple nighttime rhythm. Not a routine that feels like work, but one that feels natural. First, signal your body that the day is slowing down. Lower the lights. Reduce screen brightness. Move more slowly. Speak more gently. These signals tell your nervous system it's safe to rest. Second, take vitamin D and vitamin K2 about 1 hour before bed. You can take them with a small amount of healthy fat, like a few nuts or a little olive oil. But consistency matters more than perfection. And third, avoid heavy meals late at night. Even shifting dinner earlier by 30 minutes helps. Fourth, add light movement. A short walk after dinner helps lower blood sugar, reduce inflammation, and gently increase nitric oxide. Then finish with slow breathing. 5 or 6 deep breaths. That's it. No extreme routines. No complicated plans. Just alignment. And here's something many men don't realize. The quality of your next day is shaped the night before. Your energy, your focus, your stamina. They all depend on whether your body had the chance to repair itself properly. This isn't about being perfect. It's about being consistent. Even 4 or 5 nights a week can make a noticeable difference. Men often tell me they wake up with less stiffness, more steady energy, clearer thinking, a calmer sense of strength. And that leads us to the final piece, the mindset. Many men believe that once they pass 50 or 60, improvement is no longer possible. That belief is simply not true. Your body is not done. Your system is not shutting down. You haven't missed your chance. What you've been missing is support during the hours that matter most, the night hours. I've seen men in their 60s regain energy they thought was gone forever. Men in their 70s feel lighter and clearer than they did decades earlier. Not because of miracles, but because they finally supported nighttime repair. Vitamin D and vitamin K2 are not magic pills. They are tools. Tools your body already understands. Tools it's been waiting for. Nighttime is when restoration happens. But restoration requires the right ingredients. If this message helped you, subscribe to the channel and share it with someone who needs to hear it. And remember, your best days are not behind you when you give your body what it needs at the right time.